नित्यानन्देश्वर समारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis, Sri Mahans, Mahans, Tanedars, Kotaris, visitors, viewers, Nitya Kriya Yoga participants, every one of you. Sitting with us through Sadhana TV, Ara TV and two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha. Cities sitting with us in two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha. Los Angeles Adinam, Ohio Adinam, Toronto Adinam, San Jose Adinam, Vancouver, Bhubaneswar, Istanbul, Turkey, Oklahoma Adinam, Guadalupe Adinam, Phoenix, Arizona, St. Louis Adinam, Australia, Seattle Adinam, Singapore Adinam, Bangalore North, Warrington, UK, Houston Adinam, Hyderabad Adinam, Tallahassee, Florida, Dubai Adinam, Puduvai Adinam, Manhattan, New York, Varanasi, Hosur Adinam, China, Guptakashi, Indrani, New Jersey, Trinidad, Tobago, Los Angeles, Sherman Oaks, Hong Kong, Sirgari, and some more cities joining. Kuala Lumpur Adinam, St. Louis Adinam, Seattle Adinam. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Today, the Meenakshi Brahmotsavam, 4th day, Devi is gracing on Swarna Shipika, the golden palki, Meenakshi in the golden palki with the pearl crown, Sundareshwara on Sarvalankara. First, let us receive their grace. Let's enter into 9th verse of Ishavasya Upanishad. I'll continue to expand on the 9th verse of the Ishavasya Upanishad. Please recite along with me. Antam tamaha pravishantiye avidyamupasade tato bhuya ivate tamaha yavu Vidyayam rataha. Let me give you the English translation. Those who worship avidya, the ignorance that veils the true knowledge of truth, consciousness, enter into blinding darkness characterized by the absence of perception, but into greater darkness of ignorance than that. Enter they who, considering themselves as scholarly and learned, are engaged in vidya, the incomplete knowledge acquired for vested interests, characterized by the impure perception of truth, consciousness. Listen. Only if I sit on the edge of the seat, I make you also sit on the edge of the seat. Listen. I have expanded enough on the first part of this verse. Antam tama pravishantiye avidyam upasate. I have expanded enough on that. Tato bhuya ivate tama yavu vidyayam rataha. I have expanded enough on this verse. The first part I have expanded enough. I'll expand on the second part and the context of the whole verse. Listen, most of the time, the knowledge is so addictive. After a certain period, the knowledge becomes so addictive, you start feeling this is enough. Please understand. If you started your seeking because of some problems you face in your life, and if those problems are attended, addressed, after that you think, why continue seeking? This why continue seeking, even after my problems are attended, that is the time either you become dull, means you develop a don't care attitude towards ignorance. What Upanishad declares, avidyam upasate. Or you become active. If you become active, that's more dangerous, because with that knowledge, but without having experience, you create big chaos and mess. Listen. This story can completely explain this one verse. Brahma and Vishnu searching Mahadeva's head and feet. Brahma goes up, Vishnu goes down. Both are seekers. Vishnu goes on and on and on and on and on. At one spot he feels enough, tired, bored. At least tiredness and boredom will not become cunning. He comes back and says, no, I am not able to do, forget about it. He develops a don't care attitude towards ignorance. It's okay, what can be done? I am tired and bored, leave it. But Brahma not only is not able to find the truth, he tries to become cunning with that knowledge but not having experience. He becomes cunning. That is the most dangerous. That's the most dangerous. He becomes cunning. He gets engaged in Vidya, the incomplete knowledge acquired for vested interests, characterized by impure perception of truth, consciousness. Listen. When Brahma becomes cunning, not only he doesn't accept, he tries to lie, saying, I found, and he develops a false evidence, that is false rituals, false techniques, to say, I found, if you use this technique, you will find. I wanted to tell the whole world, never ever fall prey to the fellows who say they design techniques based on their own experience, but which is not aligned to the Apta Pramana, the words of the Rishis. Understand? In Vedic tradition, you can design any technique. Any permutation combination is allowed. You are given so much freedom, but it should be in tune with the Vedas, the Apta Pramana. Don't ever accept if it is not in tune with the Pramanas of Rishis, Apta Pramana. Listen, if you accept somebody's words that it is the technique from their own experience and it is not in tune with the original Vedic tradition, be very clear. It is false evidence, false technique, false rituals, just like Brahma bringing a flower as a false evidence, saying that he reached Mahadeva's head. These fellows, without reaching, trying to prove they reached. See, these false flowers, false evidence, what Brahma brought, that is also a flower, but it won't take you to the ultimate. So-called these techniques also may help you to have a little peace, wheezing will be healed, little good for health, but that won't lead you to enlightenment. Understand? Enlightenment is altogether a different game. Having little health, good feeling are not sufficient. They may be good initial side effects of a technique, but technique itself is not aimed just towards little health and feel-good feeling. Don't become victims of Brahma. Catch Mahadeva. Don't become victims of Brahma. His false claims and the false evidence he brings, false techniques he brings. Catch Mahadeva. Understand the context of this verse. This verse describes two major problems a seeker faces when he starts transforming his cognition that he is consciousness. Understand the context. Meditate on the context. Look in and face all the difficulties you face when you shift the cognition. You are the consciousness. Mahadeva, Shiva. Look into the context. Try to experience the truth. Again and again and again, if you search for the context, if you reach the context, you will understand what Upanishads mean by this verse. Antam tama pravishantiye avidyam upasate tato bhuya ivateta tama yavu vidyayam rataha. Some of the major difficulties, problems you will face during your seeking is defined and explained in this verse. Your mind will try to encourage you to become a false guru. That is what the second part of the verse describes. Engaged in Vidya, the incomplete knowledge acquired for vested interests, characterized by the impure perception of truth and consciousness. Today's subject for Vakyartha Sadas: how to keep our seeking pure without being touched by Brahma and Vishnu both. Neither boredom nor false purpose, the vested interests, incomplete knowledge should disturb our contemplate about this, do Vakyartha Sadas on this, how to keep our seeking pure, how to retain our seeking pure, away from boredom, away from false identities. That is why the Vedic tradition insists on higher forms of tapas and penance. I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Advaita, the eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nithyananda.org, www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.